Okay, who taught you how to shoot? I mean, the shot is
Yeah.
pure. Let's just be honest. Who taught you how to shoot?
Honestly, my dad. He was my first ever coach growing up, and I played with the boys. I played with a lot of boys, but he coached my older brother as well. And when he had practices, I would always go tag along, and I would always get mad at him because he would never let me shoot on a 10-foot hoop, even when I was a little girl. Like I couldn't. I wanted to chuck it up there and have really bad form, but I would get mad at him because he wouldn't let me. But in the long run, I understand it now, just because form shooting, I think, is so important in getting that good form down.
Her passion is unique, and I know some people maybe don't appreciate that, but that's her. That's what makes her who she is.
I knew I loved basketball when I was pretty young, but then I eventually went to like the AAU circuit around 6th grade, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably by like 8th grade, I knew like, okay, like this can probably like be my future. Like I can go to college. Like I want to be a pro. I loved spending my summers, traveling to a bunch of different AAU tournaments. And a lot of kids probably wouldn't say the same. But I loved it.
Started getting calls from coaches, Division I coaches, before her freshman year of high school, and they had seen her play, obviously in the AAU circuit, and they were predicting her to be, top level. Some of them said that even as a freshman in high school, they could have played on their D1 team. Then it started kind of clicking for me. She was obviously the leading scorer and led the state in scoring, I believe, her junior and senior year. She sees the game differently than anyone I've ever met.
What's your process like during recruitment? Because I know mine, it was long and I did not like it. It was way too long.
It takes a lot of thought. Like it's a big decision. It's where you're going to spend the next 4 years of your life. So, but obviously, Coach Bluter, she's one of the best coaches of all time, the winningest coach in Big Ten history. Will be in the Hall of Fame. We had Kathleen Doyle, who was graduating and had just got drafted into the WNBA. So we needed to fill the point guard spot. And that's kind of what always, Coach Bluter kind of sold to me. And I really liked that. I wanted to go somewhere I could make an impact pretty early. I don't really want to sit on the bench. And, obviously I was going to have to earn that, but that's kind of what she sold to me. And on my visits here, I always love the girls. I love the town. I love the coaches. So it kind of just seemed like everything kind of fell into place and like, this is where I should be. And, now that I'm here, I know I definitely made the right decision.
Caitlin Clark is the front runner for National Player of the Year, a transcendent player. From success to passion and dealing with the pressure, John Sears caught up with 3 people that know Clark very well.
Caitlin Clark is the queen of college basketball.
A little bit surreal to see what an impact she's having, and it's just so much fun.
Her game speaks for itself. The numbers are video game-esque, and the highlights are something we've never seen. Clark is changing women's basketball, much like Steph Curry in the NBA.
In some respects, yeah, I am surprised, but in another side of it, I'm not surprised because I see the type of person she is, and I know she puts in a lot of work.
When you really step back and think about it, it's pretty unbelievable.
You have, no secret, the National Player of the Year on your team, right? Caitlin Clark is the person to see, the person to beat. Everybody's trying to figure out how to slow her down. We see the numbers, but what, in your opinion, you see every day, what makes her so great?
First of all, you have to have an amazing work ethic to be great at anything, right? You got to put in the time, you got to believe in yourself, and she has all those qualities. People don't understand how smart she is. She is extremely smart. She can remember anything. You put her back in that uniform, you put her on the court, and I see the little girl that loves to play basketball.
And as Clark's fame grows and attention intensifies, it's important that her teammates and her coach have her back. They say they've got it.
I think the biggest thing is just listening. None of us have any experience about what she's going through, and not many people in the entire country have any experience with the things she goes through. And I think as a young college student kind of going through life, that type of pressure can be a lot. So I think just listening, most importantly, letting her come to us with anything she has. But just treating her like anybody else, which I think we're so good with, joking around with her. We just have the normal college experience with each other, and I think that's the best thing we can do for her.
Yeah, she's displaying some skill right now that's and she moving fast. Like it look like she don't look like it look like everybody on that court is way slower than her when she get into her stuff. I remember watching her when she was a summer going into her senior year. I was in Chicago for 3 days for the Girls AAU Nationals.
Yeah.
her team from Iowa, like they played together so smooth, but she was always leading that. She always had the ball in her hands. Everybody was playing off of her. She just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country.
The whole world tuned in to see if Caitlin Clark can set scoring record.
I'm just very excited. It's going to be a very special night.
Ooh, special night, and she's something special. Tonight could be the night Caitlin Clark breaks the Division I NCAA scoring record. She needs just 8 points. I mean, come on. To pass Kelsey Plum. Stephen A., to use your term that you love so dearly, how box office is Caitlin Clark?
I think she's spectacular. I think she's going to be the biggest box office attraction in women's basketball in short order.
This crowd get to you. So far, done anything but that. Recovered by Gabby Marshall. Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? There it is! The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball is that Caitlin Can.
Caitlin Clark now has 3,528 points in her career. She has officially broken Kelsey Plum's record from 2017. A post-game celebration will occur immediately following the game. Let's hear it one more time for number 22, Caitlin Clark.
She knew what she had to do. Skip went right down and got it. You know, quick layup, came right back and hit the three. Now, what's amazing is she says, y'all knew I was going to hit that logo three.
Hey, Kelsey, last night, we know what happens with Caitlin Clark. What did you think watching Caitlin break your record, seeing her do it in the fashion that she did?
She's incredible. I mean, especially to the exact shot that she broke it. I mean, I think that pretty much sums it up, right? Just pulling up from basically half court. But I love it. It's so good for the game. It's really cool to see somebody just not be afraid of the moment. And just excited for her. And who knows? You know, everyone's trying to figure out she's coming out or she's staying put. But, you know, if I'm Iowa, I'm going to throw the kitchen sink at her for sure.